The Eagles went to Dallas and became the first team in NFL history with 10 plus wins to lose back to back games by 20 plus points. That's a depressing stat. Watching the offense, not as depressing as I thought. The offense, I thought, actually moved the ball really well, had some really good plans, but ultimately was killed by a lot of mistakes. Obviously the fumbles, but some others that were a little less glaring on the broadcast, but very glaring on the All-22. So let's dive into the tape and let's see what I saw. So let's get into it here on the first possession. This one's not technically a pass play, but it is an extension of their passing game because we see Dallas with two safeties deep. This is a middle of field open coverage. That gives us a light box, right? You've taken a safety out of the box, you put him deep. This makes it harder to pass the ball, but it gives you a light box. And so the Eagles are going to counter this by motioning their running back out of the backfield. And watch the linebacker run with him. As he's clearing out this way, you now have 5 blockers. There are 4 defensive linemen. This is an advantage. And so the Eagles are going to do what they love to do. We're going to block, and we're going to pull Jason Kelce out through the hole. And Jalen Hurts is going to run right behind him. Gets downhill. That's beautiful. Taking what the defense gives you, the Eagles have really struggled to run the ball with their backs lately, but when you can get Jalen Hurts moving downhill into these light boxes, it forces the defense to get up on the line of scrimmage, get more guys in the box, and it opens up your passing game downfield. It's a beautiful start to the game, and the Eagles would run this a few more times. And so now you get this look. Now we're in a middle of field closed coverage. Middle field closed, we've got one safety at the top, and look how much heavier this box is. We've got an extra guy in the box. We're not going to let you run the ball on us. This opens up what the Eagles like to do. You'll hear me say all the time in my videos, single high, let it fly. And Jalen Hurts is going to check to this. You can see him here looking down at A.J. Brown from the back view. We'll see him with the open palm that is the signal for this. A.J. Brown's just going to run a vertical route against Stephon Gilmore. There's no help over the top, and Hurts is going to lay this ball up here. Now, this is going to be a really good throw. Gilmore's a good corner. The defense gets paid too. It's just, I don't know if you want to call that a hair overthrown, if you want to say he should get it, but look right here, that right there, this is the signal. If you're watching All-22, this is hard to see on a broadcast, maybe you get it on a replay, but right here, boom. We're sending A.J. Brown vertical, and Hurts is going to drop back here, nice pocket, DeAndre Swift helps there, puts the ball up, right there, so close. Here's the broadcast view if you want to just see a little closer. I saw some people say Brown slows up a little bit. I don't really see that. Just right off the fingertips. Game of inches, but that's what running the ball gets you. It gets you these heavy boxes where you can begin to take these shots again. Now this time the Eagles are going to motion their running back out of the backfield, but it's not going to be a run play. But you're going to see again this linebacker, it forces a reaction. And so let's just start to roll that. You're going to see him widen out here. We're trying to manipulate this because what the Eagles are going to do, they've got Dallas Goedert on this little wrap route. It's a little wraparound route. The Cowboys are in quarters coverage. That means he's responsible for this receiver if he goes vertically. He is responsible for Goedert if he goes vertical. This guy's responsible for pushing Goedert to the outside and then looking at the flat. And because this middle of field defender has followed over here, it opens up the void to throw this little wrap route. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Goedert gets outside. You've got the little stop route here that draws this guy's attention, and you just wrap inside. This is a great quarters beater play. Eagles execute it to perfection. Ball's up on Goedert's face mask, first down. Again, you're using this motion, you're sequencing, you're stacking these plays on your opening drive to force reactions and dictate to the defense. This was a great start from the offense. This one's tough. This is going to be a throw with anticipation by Jalen Hurts. We get the little motion here. We're going to get one receiver coming over the middle and sitting down. Get another one sort of attacking the seam. And Hurts is going to split these linebackers here. Like, boom, ball's out. Look at where he's he's more than starting to throw the ball here, but you're settling him down in between these linebackers. You could quibble with placement just a little bit. He puts it a little closer to this hash. You want to put a little further behind him. At the end of the day, this is a pretty good throw with anticipation. you would just rather have this going to Dallas Goedert or A.J. Brown. I mean, this is Devontae Smith. He's the Slim Reaper, right? We don't want him making catches in traffic over the middle of the field. He takes a big hit. The ball comes out. I don't know if I'd call that a drop. That's just a tough ball to bring in. You would like to see him do that. But again, watch right here. Boom, he's starting to throw. This ball needs to be here. If this ball is here, it's probably a catch. And so you could get a little better placement. Get it over here. You're catching the ball up high. You're getting hit from behind. And the ball just comes out. That's just kind of an unfortunate one there. Good tight window throw. Could have been a smidge better. Could have used a different player. Maybe you pay it off next time. This time it's 3rd and long, and the Eagles are going to go 4 strong. We've got 4 guys on one side of the formation. That's something the 49ers did a lot to the Eagles a week ago, and it messes with your coverage rules. The Cowboys are going to be in a Tampa 2 style of defense, and so A.J. Brown is going to run vertically. He's going to end up breaking out to pull this safety away. And then you're going to have Quez Watkins runs up the seam, and he's going to do that to pull this middle linebacker deep with him, and it's also going to force this safety to keep eyes on him. And then you've got Devontae Smith from the bunch running the deep end route. This is dagger, and it's going to work to perfection. And so we get the snap of the ball here. Notice how he's running with Quez Watkins. He's got to respect Quez Watkins because, again, at the end of the day, this is a linebacker. You're not going to expect this guy to run 30 yards downfield with Quez Watkins, and you can see how this just creates a big void for this ball to be thrown into right here. Hurts can drop this in a bucket to Devonta Smith, puts it on in between the hashes. That's a huge conversion on 3rd and long. Now, from the back angle, there's a couple things I like here. One is watch Kenny Gainwell. They're going to use Kenny Gainwell to chip Micah Parsons, and he doesn't make a lot of contact, but the whole point of this chip block is to force Micah Parsons to rush inside into Lane, not give him the ability to threaten the edge. Lane's a good tackle. If he knows that Micah Parsons has to come into him, you're going to be fine on this play. But I love that Gainwell doesn't stop there. This is DeMarcus Lawrence. He's going to get turned around by Cam Jurgens, and then he's going to get decleated by Kenny Gainwell. So I love watching that. You can watch that effort here. And then just watch Hurts navigate the pocket, up, eyes downfield, gets parallel, and throws the ball. That's a really good play. A huge conversion by the Eagles on a 3rd and long. And then the drive dies because of turnovers. And this is the issue all night long. The Eagles lose 3 fumbles in this game. Here's the first one. You're driving the ball methodically down the field. You dial up a nice play here. You motion Swift out, back in. This is going to be a QB run. You're going to get Jason Kelsey pulling again. Or excuse me, this time it's Lane Johnson pulling, which I also like. You're going to get Lane Johnson through the hole ahead of you. He's going to tag this linebacker. This linebacker's got to worry about playing DeAndre Swift. This play design is fantastic. We'll look at it more from the back view, but Hurts has a lot of room to get upfield. Doesn't hang on to the football, and the Cowboys recover. And that's how you go on the road and you lose big football games. But just watch how this is schemed up here. You're getting Jalen Hurts running free to the second level behind 3 offensive linemen. Boom. You got 3 offensive linemen here for Hurts to run behind. These are your threats to tackle you. This is just phenomenal scheming here. And Hurts doesn't hang on to the football, and it kills a really promising drive, and that just sucks to see. Here we see another one that's going to be killed by execution. I love this play design. You're going to get Kenny Gainwell motioning. He motions over here, and then he's going to come back next to Jalen Hurts, so let's watch that play out. Your defense just has to adjust. And then we're going to snap the ball, and we're going to run one of my favorite little RPOs. We're going to get DeMarcus Lawrence crashing, right? And so we're going to pull this ball out, which is what we wanted to do all along, because we're going to get Dallas Goedert pulling across the formation to the flat. And Devonta Smith is going to run this little rub route to try to pick off the linebacker, except that's not actually his goal. We've run that flat route a bunch of times. I call this the pick and roll. He's going to fake this and then roll out. And Jalen Hurts is going to make this throw. Right here, you get out on the edge. Whoop! Right here, we can lay this ball in. It's a tough throw, moving to your left. I would love to see you run this play moving the other direction. This is a harder throw for the quarterback to make, but with the guy in his face, puts it up there. Doesn't come down with it. Eagles punt the football. Got to make plays. You've got to make plays, and there's a lot of plays that were left on the field in this game. You can watch from the back view here. DeMarcus Lawrence gets upfield. Hurts is able to get out. And again, it's right on Devonta Smith's head. I know it's a tough catch. You guys are going to be in the comments telling me that's a tough catch. I get that. Devonta Smith's a top 15 receiver in the league. That ball's got to be brought in for a first down. Here we've got a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, we'll say, before the Eagles end up settling for their field goal. The first down is going to be right about the 30-yard line. The Eagles are going to run Devonta Smith on an in route that breaks about the sticks, and they're going to run A.J. Brown on a slot fade. Now, you've already heard me say in this film review, and you will hear me say again, single high, let it fly. We've got a single high safety. We can attack downfield, and that's what Jalen Hurts is going to do. Here's why it's the wrong decision on this play. 1, it's 3rd down. We need to get the first down. This isn't first or second down. We don't get another chance. It's here. We kick a field goal. And so that's the first mistake here. It's 3rd down. The second one is this. When I said single high, let it fly earlier, and when I've said it in the past, we're talking about this matchup right here. A cornerback pressed up on the line of scrimmage. We're not talking about trying to get vertical on a cornerback that's playing with 7 or 8 yards of cushion. So this is the second issue, right? We've got the cushion. But the biggest deal is it's just 3rd down. And when you call this concept, you read this 1 to 2. You read it low to high, right? I heard people say on Twitter about this play that when he throws the ball to A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith's not open yet. That's not how you read this play out. You read it low to high, because if you read the high route first and turn it down, by then it's too late to come back to the under route. It's not how you read this concept out. This is one where Hurts just needs to take the underneath throw. Now, it's going to be a great throw, but look, right here, throw this ball. This is a first down. You need a first down. And he's going to take this shot. This is a low percentage play. Now, you've got A.J. Brown. It's not the lowest percentage play, and he makes a great throw. A lot of things can be true about this play. This is a fantastic throw. It should have been caught, but it's absolutely the wrong decision by Jalen Hurts. You can't have it. And if A.J. Brown catches it, people aren't talking about it a lot. I'm going to talk about it because it's what I do. I'm going to talk about the decision making. It is a spectacular throw. Hear me say that. It is a fantastic throw. It's absolutely the wrong decision in this situation. And it potentially costs the Eagles points. It ends their drive here on a 3rd down. Now, yes, right through A.J. Brown's hands. You got to have that. There's no excuse for that. You got to get the first down. And Devonta Smith had the first down. And it was the right decision, but Hurts turned it down. Here the Eagles get single high again, and so they're going to run a concept that they love to run. It's a spin-off of 4 verticals where we've got our inside receivers attacking the seam. We've got our outside receivers threatening vertically and running these deep comebacks. Now Hurts is going to pick the top side. So this is off the table. So we're looking at this safety, and depending on which side he shades, if he gives us this seam ball, we can rip the seam ball. If not, we know Stephon Gilmore's got no help. We should be able to threaten vertically and throw this comeback route. Hurts does a great job of reading this out, executes the play fake in a muddy pocket here, right? He can't step into this throw. We'll see it better from the back view. He's about to get hit, but he gets this ball out to A.J. Brown with enough on it to move the chains. That's a big-time throw. With the pocket collapsing, there's stuff all around you, trash around your feet, and you're able to step up and rip this throw. Watch this again. Runner comes in. Boom. He rips that throw, getting hit in the front and the back, and he finds A.J. Brown. That's a big throw under pressure. Good play there by Jalen Hurts. It's halftime here on the channel. If you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing to my YouTube, following me on Twitter at Shane Haff NFL, both places. I put out videos like this each and every week, a lot of podcasts that go to a lot of different places. So check me out on Twitter and YouTube to follow all of my content. Now, let's get back to the video. And now we're back to the first play of the game, right? 2 safeties high, middle field open. That means we've got a light box. We've got good numbers match up here. We're going to motion the running back out. We're going to watch this linebacker travel with him. And then we're just going to do the QB run. We're going to pull Jason Kelce through the B gap, and we're going to get off to the races. So there's the reaction from the linebacker we're looking for. We've taken him out of the play without having to block him. Now we get Jason Kelce pulling. Full head of steam running downfield. Kelce doesn't hit the guy. Sometimes hard to hit a nickel cornerback on the move. Kelce would love to have that one back. I actually think that's a safety drop down into the nickel. But regardless, even though Kelce misses the block, it's intimidating, and you get a big gain. Love when the Eagles are able to use that. This is the way Jalen Hurts should be used as a runner throughout the next several weeks and into the playoffs. And what happened last time? After we got an empty box and we ran the QB run, the Cowboys answered by bringing a man into the box and going single high safety. Now, this is single high, let it fly. Look at the distance here. We're up pressed on the line of scrimmage. We've got no safety help over the top. We're in a 3-by-1 formation, so the safety has to be shaded to this 3-man side. I mean, he doesn't have to be, but if we put him over here, we love our matchups. 3 over 3 at the bottom of the screen. This is where you throw the go ball. And Jalen Hurts is going to do just that, and it's going to be another beautiful throw. This time, A.J. Brown is going to pay him off with a catch on the sideline to move the chains. This is how you sequence these plays. These are the shots the Eagles should be taking. Not getting overly reliant on deep balls, but pushing the ball downfield when they get advantageous looks. Great catch there by A.J. Brown. It's unfortunate this one's going to end up in a sack because I like this concept. We're going to send the running back out of the backfield. We're going to send Jack Stoll directly at this linebacker and have him turn around, and then Dallas Goedert gets the little sit route. He's going to come out wide and then sit down. And we're trying to high-low this defender. Does he go to the flat? We can throw it behind to Goedert. Does he stick with Goedert? We get the ball out to the flat. And Goddard's going to be open on this play, but Lane Johnson gets bull rushed. Jordan Mailata gets beat, and there's just not enough time. But watch the stress this puts on our linebackers here as we come out. He's got to get out to the flat, right? And right here, if Lane Johnson just is a little bit further upfield, Hurts wants to throw this ball right now. You put this ball right here, it's a completion, but Johnson's in his lap. He's got to try to slide. It's going to be late if you do that, and now all of a sudden Jordan Mailata is getting beat. You end up taking a sack on second down. That's one where your protection fails you. I think the concept is good, but Micah Parsons gets the better of Lane Johnson here. Jordan Mailata is unable to create the space for Hurts to slide. You take a sack. You get into a 3rd and long. 3rd and forever here. Probably not going to pick this up regardless, but let's talk about it. This is going to be a cover 0 blitz. We can pretty well tell that pre-snap by our safety positions, right? We got guys just lined up here. Nobody's deep. The Eagles are going to motion Kenny Gainwell out. Maybe not the best move to go to empty against cover 0 because now you're guaranteed there's going to be a free runner. But Jason Kelce, the offensive line slides to the right. So these 3 guys responsible for these 3 rushers, and then we've got 2 guys down here responsible for 3 if they all come. To determine if they all come, Jalen Hurts needs to be opening up this direction to see if he's hot or not. You can't open up this direction to see if you're hot and then have your quick read be up to this side of the screen. You just can't do it, yet the Eagles consistently do it. You're going to try to throw this quick in-breaking route here to A.J. Brown. You can't see the guy coming. You're going to get hit in the back. Hate it. I just hate this. Like, throw at the free runner. That's what you should be doing. Like, just if this is what you want to do, if A.J. Brown's who you trust here, slide your line to the left. Leave your free runner be one of these guys. And then you can look up to the top of the screen. You can see the runner and you can see the route. The Eagles continue to do this. I continue to talk about it. Nothing continues to change, and they keep taking shots in the back trying to throw hot. I don't like it. Great way to get your quarterback hurt. I don't understand why they block it up this way. But at this point, it's not an accident. This is an intentional decision that they're making, and it's baffling to me. There's a whole lot of bad in this play. The Eagles are going to motion out. Our linebacker pushes out as well. So there's 5 guys in the box. Right, we've got 5 in the box. We've got 5 in the protection. This should be straight man on man, right? We're blocking here. We're blocking here. We're blocking here. We're blocking here. And I ran out of colors. We'll use a highlighter. We're blocking here. I don't know what Jordan Mailata is doing. but Jordan Mailata doesn't take his guy. And so you get a free runner at Jalen Hurts because Jordan Mailata tries to squeeze in. Now all of a sudden they rushed 5-on-5 and they get a free runner. Hurts has to fade away from this one, throw it off of his back foot. I'm still on my highlighter. Ball's going to be a little bit behind A.J. Brown. It's a tough catch. He makes it. Gets stripped by Stephon Gilmore. Unacceptable. There's no reason for Jordan Mailata to block this the way that he does. Again, this is the clearest picture you're ever going to get. This is clear. 5 in the protection. Jordan Mailata should be right here. But he doesn't do that. He's going to push inside. You're beat. Hurts gets the ball out. It's behind. It's a tough catch. Brown doesn't secure it. Brown can't fumble that. It's hard to get that ball tucked from behind. Unfortunate, but it kills a drive. This one's a prime example of just take the check down. This is 1st and 10. Okay, that's important to remember. 1st and 10. And we're going to run a pistol, a play fake. We've got Grant Calcaterra is going to chip block, and then he's going to release out. And then we're trying to run a vertical route with A.J. Brown, and we're trying to run a deep out route to Devonta Smith. And so let's watch this play out. We get the play fake. We get the block. We're releasing out into the flat. Hurts has time to throw. Remember, this is 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Hurts is going to try to drill an out route outside the numbers to Devonta Smith against Stephon Gilmore, their CB1, who's playing with an outside release, right? He's got outside leverage. Meanwhile, here's our flat defender, 15 yards away from Grant Calcaterra. You can check this ball down, and this isn't Dallas Goedert. It's Grant Calcaterra. I don't think he's going to break a tackle, but you can get to the 30-yard line. You can get to 2nd and medium, 2nd and short. Instead, Hurts tries to drill this ball in. Right? Look at it. No chance. Don't like that decision from Hurts. Think this is a clear one. You just take the check. If the flat defender is not going to respect your tight end whatsoever, you've got to give him the ball. You have to take what the defense gives you. Will it be a big play? No. But it will open up big plays later on when they understand that you're willing to take those check down throws. And right now the Eagles aren't. If we were going to title this play, the title of this play would be Slant Save Lives. Get A.J. Brown running on the slant route. Cam Jurgens is going to get whooped by Micah Parsons. That's the technical term that we use. And Hurts is going to have a free runner in his lap. Whoop! Ball's out. I almost said this is a panic throw. This is not a panic throw. This is an oh crap, I'm about to get smoked throw. He's throwing this with good anticipation. On the slant route, save quarterback lives. Ball's out. Hurts takes one in the chest, but you get a first down. Man, this is a bad rep by Cam Jurgens. 51 right here at the right guard. Watch him just get smoked to the inside by Parsons. Ball's out. Good save there by Hurts and Brown. This one was so close to a big play. The Eagles are in a 2-by-2 set. They're going to have Devonta Smith is going to run like a little post route, a short post route. I would say this is open. Hurts doesn't like it. We're going to get into the scramble drill with Devonta Smith going to the back of the end zone. We'll roll it here. You can tell me what you think. To me, that's open. Now, right tackle's in your lap, whatever. Maybe by the time Hurts has to reset, he doesn't like it. But I think you could reset right there and put this ball right here. There's nobody there. I mean, look at this void. You could put that ball there. That's fine. You can create out a structure, and you do. Mailbox up for Devonta Smith. Right on the hands. I said it during the game, and I stand by this. That ball has to be caught. Like, this isn't the one earlier where it's just off of one of A.J. Brown's fingertips. This ball hits Smith in both hands. Right there. Boom. This ball's coming off of both your hands. If you could just time that a little better. And it's a tough throw, or it's a tough catch. It's got to be 6. This should be 6 for number 6. The Eagles were just off by that much all game long. 3rd and long here. Cowboys know the Eagles' tendencies. We're going to run crash. We've run this like a bazillion times this year. We're trying to get A.J. Brown open here. Cowboys have a perfect answer. This is Quez Watkins, not Dallas Goedert. I'd probably put it down here as Dallas Goedert. But they're going to press Quez Watkins, and watch how this throws off the timing. Press him, boom. Now, A.J. Brown has to go behind him. He's got to almost like juke backwards here to get underneath that. You catch the ball moving backwards. You got to try to pivot around. You gain like 2 yards, and it sets up a 4th and 8. And so, again, this is an execution thing. This is a tendency thing. Credit the Cowboys for knowing the Eagles' tendency here. Get you into a 4th and long. Now, the Eagles are going to go for this 4th and long. And when we talk about this 4th and long, I said on Twitter initially I didn't like the play call. Play call is fine. Let's talk about what does go wrong, though. The Eagles are going to sort of run a mesh concept. So A.J. Brown is running this mesh. Now, they also do this thing with mesh where they turn it into a 3-level sail. And so we've got the deep out with the runoff route. This is great. It's man coverage. You've got mesh as a man-beating concept. Sail's a man-beating concept. If they don't respect the vertical route, there's a lot of things you could do here out of this. But it just goes all wrong. Like, they're going to keep Kenny Gainwell in the block. This is 0, right? Look where these guys are lined up. This is going to be cover 0. Clear cover 0. This time we're going to keep Kenny Gainwell into block. So we're blocking 6 on 6. So Jason Kelsey is going to slide to the right. He's going to take this guy. Kenny Gainwell has to come in and take this guy. I don't know why I'm talking protection. Let's just watch it play out first, and we'll talk protection in a second. First of all, remember in the Super Bowl when I think it was Nelson Aguilar and Zach Ertz slapped hands running the mesh route? Like, that's what you do in college to get this spacing. Look at this space. No chance. There's so much room for Gilmore to get through here. You got to try. He's barely even impeded. They've got to get closer on that. I don't know if you want Brown running closer, Smith running deeper. I don't know on that. Now let's talk protection. We're sliding to the right. That means these 3 guys responsible for these 3. These 2 are right here. Kenny Gainwell into the gap. Now, I don't think Kenny Gainwell gets up there fast enough. Let's watch him first. He's going to get into the A gap. Snap of the ball. Boom. You kind of get pushed back. Now, you're a running back. Whatever. That's okay. What's not okay? Cam Jurgens. We're saying Cam Jurgens' name way too much. Because Cam Jurgens just gets beat. And this is what blows this play up. Watch right here. Boom. That's too easy. That's too easy. Hurts is falling backwards. If you get your block, now Hurts is falling backwards anyways, so this is bad footwork as well. Maybe Hurts can put this ball up here. Maybe despite the poor routes, you can still get the first down. It's behind because he's drifting away. The pass protection's bad. The footwork's bad. The throw's bad. The routes are bad. Everything's bad. And the Eagles don't pick up a first down. And then we'll end on this one. This is the same sort of look that the Eagles get on the corner route, scramble drill, almost to Devonta Smith. He's going to run up here, break inside. It's open. Hurts is going to throw it. I thought it was open last time I mentioned, but Hurts didn't like it, and they turned into this drill. That's not what happens here. He's going to throw this ball. It's a little bit behind, right? A little bit behind here. You'd like to get this out here so you can go and run off just a hair, but Smith secures the catch, doesn't secure the football. Ball's out. Fumble for the 3rd time today. The Eagles fumble in Dallas territory. And you won't win a game like that. You're never going to win a game against a good team like that. When the protection held up, the receivers made mistakes. When the receivers did things correctly, the protection didn't hold up. It was just the story of this game in Dallas. And there you have it. The Eagles offense, not as bad down in and down out as I initially thought watching this game. I thought there were a lot of good things happening, a lot of good design by Brian Johnson. Ultimately, a lot of poor execution in the trenches by the receivers. Some poor decisions by Jalen Hurts. It all adds up into a blowout loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Now we turn the page to the Seattle Seahawks, and we hope the offense gets on the rebound.